What's up, guys? This is Devin coming to you live from where his cats shit, or from my studio where cats happen to take their dumps. It smells so bad in here right now. I'm going to try and speed through this show as fast as I possibly can, but I was planning on writing all of this down and posting it up on a blog on my website, entertainmentautopsy.blog.com, but then, I got lazy. So it didn't happen. Instead, you get to watch my thoughts, which is kind of like watching a car accident. If you haven't seen one of those, it's going to get messy. Hosting this show today, by the way, with my good pal Jack. Jack, say something. Jack. Jack, you're the one who wanted to do this show, so why don't you just say something for the people and we can get on with this. Well, you'll probably get more vocal as the show goes on, but let's talk about Flight, the new movie starring Denzel Washington as an airline pilot who likes to drink and fly. Really great trailer. I mean, when I saw the trailer, I was like, awesome. It's like unstoppable in the sky, but not so much. No, it's more about Denzel Washington's drinking problem, which I don't know what it was, but like I could kind of feel like this weird connection to it. I just couldn't put my finger on it. But despite that, it just doesn't translate well on screen, I guess. I mean, the movie opens great, don't get me wrong. I mean, the first shot that the scene opens on is a pair of breasts. And they're perfect. They're not like flapjacks, they're not bananas, they're not mosquito bites. They're perfect. And you kind of expect the rest of the movie to go the same route as the boob job, but not so much. In fact, the movie kind of goes down when the plane does. Despite a really riveting execution of a plane crash and some pretty decent acting all the way around, the screenplay has some issues with developing the character. I mean, after that plane crash, it's just episode after episode of Denzel Washington being drunk. And if you're not like me, an entertaining drunk, then you're not going to have a very good movie on your hands. And Denzel Washington is a little not fun to watch when he's wasted. So, decent flick to rent. Not something to rush out to the movie theaters and watch. I bit that bullet for you guys, so you can send your thank you letters to Devin. I don't want to give away my name. Never mind, you don't get my emails. Just post your comment and thank me there. So yeah, I would give it a B minus, which ain't bad, but for the talent involved, it's underwhelming. The next movie I want to talk about is Safety Not Guaranteed, starring Mark Duplass, who is on that show, The League, on FX. Really funny show. If I had to describe this movie, I would describe it as a sci-fi Garden State. It's a low-budget movie wherein journalists investigate a newspaper ad that says, "Looking for someone to time travel with. I have only done this once before. Must bring weapons. Safety not guaranteed." And from there on out, it's this wild and bogus journey. Kind of a romantic flick. More a journey. And for as small as this movie is, it's the way it affects you is big time. And like I said, my favorite movie of the year. Definitely go and buy this movie without even watching it. You'll love it. Just don't buy it at Best Buy, which I did today. If you're going to call yourself Best Buy and you're going to put yourself right next to a Target that sells the same product $5 cheaper, then you're not the Best Buy, is what I'm trying to say. So go out of business already, bastards. And moving from film to TV, The Walking Dead, last night's episode, The Killer Within. Holy crap. Holy crap. For all the warnings that they do to warn you about the graphic violence and gore on the show, right before they show The Walking Dead, the black screen with the white letters. Please be advised, parental guidance is recommended, blah, blah, blah. There is nothing in that warning that says you're going to shit in your pants. Nothing that says you're wasting your money buying jeans at American Eagle because you're going to shit in them after watching an episode of The Walking Dead. There's nothing to advise you on that. And that's one little complaint I have with the show. I was very uncomfortable. Very, very moist, very squinchy. It was hard for me to enjoy this show, but I found a way to do it anyways. If you were on Facebook at all last night, your news feed was covered with updates from people about The Walking Dead. OMG, ... Walking Dead, ... wow, ... I'm crying, ... That was like one of my updates, but, intense. The most intense and emotionally wrenching episode ever. For a show that's based on a comic book that has been out for quite some time, the plot points, the characters' deaths, they're all in there for the public to spoil for everybody else. But despite that, the show still manages to be unpredictable by killing characters at different times, by killing characters that hadn't died in the comic until way later on. There's something fresh about this show, and I think it's due to the fact that it's not afraid to take risks. And a big risk would be killing off one of the main players, and they do that to two of them on last night's episode. Lori, I was kind of expecting to go already since season 2, but I was expecting her death to be like a season finale, not a season 3, episode 4 kind of situation. And then T-Dog went too, which was sad, but I don't know how he survived season 2, to be quite honest. The guy had nothing to do last season. I don't even know if he said anything last season. He might as well have just been a tree. They might as well have just given him branches with leaves on them and had him just stand next to the farm and be a tree. Tree dog. The guy had nothing to do. And the second they start giving him a few lines in season 3, that's when they're like, we're going to eat you. And, but boy, does he go out in a blaze of glory. Hopefully, Carol actually makes something of that sacrifice that T-Dog does. But really great show. Great episode. And the thing that is slightly annoying to me, though, and I want to know if the rest of you have or feel the same way, or if you've even noticed it, but zombies tend to stay really quiet until they eat you. Until they're like right behind you. Then they start acting like their normal selves. For instance, last season, when Dale was walking out in the fields and he comes across that cow with its guts torn out. The loudest zombie of them all, that swamp zombie who was stuck in the mud, who sounds like... He sounds like the Tasmanian devil, like on crack. He sneaks up on the guy. He's like hunting and going all crouching tiger, hidden dragon, and then getting all crazy once he's like right in his face. What was he? Was he like sneaking up on him? Yeah, I gotcha. You know, like what the hell? It just doesn't make any sense. And then they did that again this last episode when all of the croup is like outside in the prison yard. Herschel with his one leg is sniffing daisies, and Lori's looking at Rick from across the field, and they're blowing kisses, and everything's hunky-dory, and then they pan the camera, and right behind Carl there's 35 zombies that no one heard or saw. Yeah, not so much. But despite that minor thing, my favorite TV show next to Breaking Bad, easily. And that's all the material I got, kids. Let me know what you thought of Flight, of Safety Not Guaranteed, of The Walking Dead, episode 4 from season 3. Put your thoughts down there in the comment section, and I will reply to you accordingly. Peace out, Girl Scouts.